our team call is not wrapped up yet. So I know that some people are still on that, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is our fourth new coach training call for the month of February. So every month we start over the first Monday of the month. Our calls are normally at 6, but we may, I don't know, just they're either 6 or 8, but we'll figure it out. I'll always let you guys know ahead of time. But we start with really just going over the basics of coaching, and the basics of coaching, honestly, are what is on your success system tracker. If you go into your coach office and you go to the training tab and you start at getting started. Leslie, I know you're a brand new coach and you're just kind of like feeling your way. I'm so glad you're on tonight. But if you just want to like jump in and get started, that's the place to really go. Log into your coach office, go to training, and then go to getting started. Watch those first few videos, just process that information and print off your success system tracker. It will look like this. This is black and white, but it's blue when you download it. And really, that's where you start. Okay. And so we have had calls talking about just getting started, how to invite people to our challenge groups, how to follow up, how to market our groups and use social media, steward social media really well. And tonight, we're really going to talk about, go over what those month one goals are again, but also really help you lock in some people to join your group, to join our group. You don't have to run your own group right away as a new coach, but get people started. Like our mission, our goal, our whole purpose here as body coaches. Hey, Angela, our whole purpose is to actually get the tools and the programs that we use, that we love, that are transforming our lives into the hands of people that we know, like, love, that we will meet through social media. And so your goal every single month is going to be to help 3 people get started with a challenge pack, a total solution pack, just like you used when you started and signed up, and to help them get plugged into our accountability groups and doing the workouts and using Shakeology and Energize, right? We have that Shake and Hustle pack, which is amazing. And so like actually getting that into the hands of people, and you get to coach them. You get to be their biggest cheerleader. You don't have to like come up with workout plans or nutrition plans or anything like that. Beachbody has already done that for us. And so you guys, like, I really want to encourage you, if you're struggling with overcoming fear in your body business, and if you're struggling with inviting people because you don't feel like you're confident enough to lead them or answer questions or explain the challenge pack to them, look, these calls are where it's at. You watching those trainings in your coach office are where it's at. But listen, I always say, I want you to borrow my belief in this company, because I didn't I didn't feel confident in the beginning either. Like, if I didn't get on these calls every single week as a new coach, and even now I still get on our team calls because they jazz me up. They make me excited. They remind me of why I'm here and what I'm doing, right? And so it's really, really, it can be a little bit hard to sit there by yourself and work this business and stay motivated, but you don't have to. And that's why we have these calls. That's why we have our team trainings. That's why we are pouring into you each week. And I'm here to tell you that this business can change your life. This business can change your future. This business can change your family's life if you get outside of your comfort zone and you start to do those things that are on the tracker, like posting and inviting and explaining challenge packs and asking for help when you need help. That is where it's at. All right. So this is our first month. This is our first month. This could be your first month, let's say it that way. I know we have some coaches who are repeating Coach Basics, but right now at this point in your business, you should be inviting. You should be posting on social media. You should be inviting people to your challenge groups. And like I said, Leslie, I know you just signed up, so you're just kind of process all this. But you should be doing those things, and you should be having conversations about joining the accountability group and what a challenge pack is. If you're not yet, listen, like I said in a reel tonight, you're not a failure. You're not a failure. You are failing your way forward, just like I did, just like Courtney did, just like Whitney did. And so This is your reminder to be taking action. But if you are inviting people, you might be getting objections. You are getting objections. I know you are. You're getting questions from people about, how much does it cost, or what do I have to do? Do I have to buy something every single month, or whatever? It doesn't mean that you are not inspiring people and that you're not supposed to be, oops, sorry, you're not supposed to be doing this, or it doesn't even mean that people honestly are saying no to you. For a lot of people, it could just be no right now. It could be, I don't have enough information to make an informed decision, so like I need you to tell me more. So there's one thing I want you to just hear most of all tonight. It's that you will get objections. You will get objections. And as always, we're always going to remind you that you're actually talking to a very real human being on the other side of that text message or the other side of that messenger pod. And they could be going through life like job loss, pay cut. They could be going through like personal issues, relationship issues. They could just not understand completely what it is that you're inviting them to do. So let's always remember that as we're having conversations with people, that our goal, our mission is to serve the person on the other end of that line. And so I said line like it's like 1980 and we're on a phone. But like that is it. And so really, really remember, like, ask people questions. Another thing I want you to remember as you're having conversations and you may be getting objections is that this is a very personal part of people's lives that we're diving into, right? It's really health and fitness, diet culture has really just affected a lot of people. And so a lot of people may have doubts or fears about starting and stopping something again. So but the beautiful part is that God has called us here to point them to Jesus. God has called us here to say, hey, you don't have to do it alone. God has called us to here to say, hey, these workouts work, these nutrition plans work, this shake is amazing, this energizes magic. But you don't have to do it alone. And we get to point people to him. And that is what sets us apart and makes us different as Team Take Heart and our downline. All right. So here are some tips. I want to give you some tips. I did ask you guys to bring some conversations, to bring some people that you would like, names of people that you would like to invite. But before I do that, if you're getting objections, I want to challenge you to start making a list. Are people telling you they don't have time? Are people telling you they don't have money? Are people telling you, I don't work out at home, I don't drink a shake? I want you to start making a list of those objections that you may be getting in your conversations. And I want you to start to use one of those objections each week as content for a post in your feed each week. So maybe let's say, like, I was that girl that said, I don't drink a shake. Like, I don't drink my meals. I didn't buy Shakeology for like 3 or 4 months. I was part of a boot camp, but I was not buying Shakeology. I was like, I'm not doing that. But when I started to see all these other people in my challenge group feeling amazing and loving the shake and all those things, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to at least try it. Like, I got to try it. And you guys, it's been 8 years and I haven't gone back. Right. So if you're getting objections, write them down and use your story to handle the objections in your posts. Okay. So if people are like, I don't have any money, or it's too expensive, or I can't afford it right now, I can talk about the fact that it was really hard for me to invest in my first challenge pack. It was a decision. Do we have the money? Do we not have the money? But I also knew that I couldn't just stay where I was. I couldn't just keep circling this mountain of self-defeat in my nutrition, in my fitness, and how I was taking care of myself or how I wasn't taking care of myself. And so I knew that $160 investment could either change my life or I could just sit there and do nothing. Right. And so I talk about how I actually paid for my first challenge pack and why that initial investment was like one of the best decisions I ever made. So start making a list, start using those to actually use in your content feed, talk about your story and share why you decided to say yes, and kind of speak to that person, like speak to that person directly to their struggles and their issues, and share why you are doing and not what you're doing. More share why and more not so much what. So that's going to be very valuable as you continue to grow your business, continue to share, continue to have conversations with people. And even like in in your conversations, when people tell me, I just don't have time, Rachel, like I don't have time to work out. You know what? I always, and I'm going to teach you guys this, we all are, I respond to that. I don't just say, oh yeah, you've got time, you can find time. Like I actually listen and I respond and I relate to what people are saying, because I can pretty much relate to every objection that I've ever heard, almost, not all of them. But like I just say, I totally understand how you feel. Feel, felt, found are like 3 words that changed my business. I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was that I was like watching Friends every night for 30 minutes, hours, sometimes 2 hours. And I was staying up later than I needed to. And it was making it really hard to get up. But when I started to set a bedtime for myself and I started to go to bed at a decent hour, I woke up more easily and I could totally make time for a 20 or 30-minute workout, right? And so again, we're not like telling people their objections are not valid. We're relating to their objections as we have conversations with people. Courtney, Whitney, do you guys want to add anything to that about objections? Like I know you guys get them too. If you guys haven't met them, Courtney and Whitney Courtney is under Shannon, Whitney is under Courtney, and they're amazing.
So one thing that I like to do is whenever I get an objection, obviously not right away, but within the next few days, I kind of make a post about, I used to think I didn't have time to do this, and like make a post about it so that not only that person, but everybody else who thinks maybe they don't have time, they see it. So I like to kind of address objections in my post as well.
I think it's very valuable. And that's where, posting comes in, like it's all, I say it all the time, like it's this perfect, like, it all works together. Like if we're posting and inviting and following up and being proof that it works, like it all works together. So following that posting plan we gave you is really important as you start to grow into your own and start posting. So Angela, did you bring any people that you want to invite tonight? I'm sorry, I just called you out like a school teacher.
That's okay. Yes, I have one lady that and actually she's the one who told me that her husband, she had to ask her husband. Well, she did ask her husband, and she's telling me that they don't have the extra funds right now. So it's not a no, it's just a no, it's just not right now. So with that in mind, and what you both are saying here about making a post about the objection, do you have some type of format that
like to that response to that objection? Yes. Okay. So this is something I was actually talking about with a more established coach this week. She talked to somebody who didn't have any money, and she was like, Rachel, I know she doesn't have any money. Like they're moving, they're trying to, anyways, all this stuff. And she said, I feel really weird saying, okay, this is, because I always like to tell people, okay, this is how you could save up for it, right? Like I tell people like Shakeology is food. Like Shakeology is just part of our food that we're eating. So I kind of like really budget for it in my groceries. But Courtney was like, I feel really weird saying that to her. And so I said, try it this way. Ask her permission. If she tells you like, I can't afford it right now, I would say, Angela, do the feel, felt, found. I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way. I remember talking to you and you were like, money is tight, but I got to do this. Right. Can I have your permission to share some tips for like how to actually save up for the pack? Because that is something that I think that people don't really think about. They think, oh, I can't pay for it right now, so I just can't do it. Right. And so I would just do the feel, felt, found, and then also say, would you mind if I share like some ideas about how you could save up for it? And, you could tell her like, if you eat out very much, like skip a couple of drive-through meals, or, if you drink coffees, like just do away with those for a week and you got like $25, And so I just tell people, like, I help them envision, like, budget for it for the next couple of weeks, set aside $25 here. And then boom, before you know it, you've got your money saved up, because I want people to know this is important enough and valuable enough to save for, to give up something to invest in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is that good?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. What about anybody else? I wish Courtney was on here. She's a teacher and she's like invited all her teacher friends. And I know you teach too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like people that you teach with, people that you do their hair, like don't be afraid, don't be shy. I mean, like you're feeling better, you're doing something you didn't think that you could do. And just tell people, hey, I started working out, I started eating better, I actually decided to coach, and I'm just inviting everybody that I know to do this with me and my coach, right? Don't, I mean, like it will feel a little bit awkward at first, but the more that you invite people, the more you're going to like find your footing and find your wording, and the more confidence that you're going to have, and you will have no's.
Yes. I had one other objection that I invited someone to come and they're watching their grandchildren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
So I
they said
okay.
they couldn't do the challenge group because they're watching their grandchildren.
Yeah.
What would you say to that, Courtney? I would say like do it with them. I don't know how old they are. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't really know how old they are, but my 5-year-old, I have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they jump in with me all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you could say something about like being a good example, like setting a healthy example for them. Just depending on how old they are, I think it would really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I honestly, I do it for my children. I mean, like honestly and truly, I am such a better mom than I was like when I started this. So yeah, you could maybe just challenge her a little bit. Like do it for them, because we say that a lot. Don't use your kids as an excuse, use them as your reason, right? So maybe you could gently say, have you ever thought about like doing it for them? And yeah, gently. And then you could take that objection and you could make it into a post like we were saying. Like like I could like use the people I love as a reason not to do this, like your mom, you take care of your mom, right? She could totally be a reason for you not to make the time for yourself, but instead she's the reason that you need to do this. Like you've got to do this. Yeah. That'd probably be the best way.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I love it. You're working. Angela got great results. She did job 1. I want to say job 20, but it's job 1.
Don't like it.
Yeah. Job 1, and she got great results. I'm so excited for you. Okay. Whitney said she can't be on the video, but she said, listen and hear them and make them feel important. Lead by example, and people always, will see ways to be able to make it work. Whitney has 5 kids. Whitney has a crazy life and she's like doing it. She's just amazing. She's amazing. Yeah. Okay. What else? Like, do you have any other conversations or questions right now? Okay. So our goal for you is, Courtney, do you want to talk about ending the month strong? Can you kind of tackle that? I know you're trying to end the month strong. Can you hear me?
You cut out for just a minute.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about just ending the month strong? Like how to like finish the last day of the month? Just give it all you got.
Yeah, so I'm kind of an expert at this, finishing the month really strong. I seem to always let it get away from me. And then like I will say this. I will say plant the seeds at the very least. That's what you're doing. Whether or not they decide to sign up at the very end of the month, like it has never served me wrong to plant those seeds at the end of the month. I always have, anytime that I've waited till the last week of the month to just really go all in and do all the things, that next month is when I hit Success Club in the first 5 days of the month, because I've done all the things that I should have been doing all month. And here's the results, like here's the proof that it works. So I have someone who's actually signing up tonight. So I'm, sorry, I got a message. So I will have Success Club, but I do want Success Club 10. So what I'm going to do is I posted, the 2 ways that they could work with me in March in my stories, and I'm going to invite from that. I posted several story series, like, and I'm going to invite from the very last one is what I do, and just say, thanks for following along. I saw your face pop up and I couldn't help but think about how much fun it would be to do this together. Were you interested in joining me, or, were you just following along? Either way, it was great to see your face, or it, like something that I would actually say out of my mouth, not, not something, that sounds super scripty, but yeah, I mean, I just gonna start inviting and following up with the people who, earlier in the month said they wanted to do it, and then just kind of their cart's still sitting there. But yeah, I mean, do all the things, and even if you don't hit Success Club, this month, it will pay off for next month.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's not for nothing.
Yeah, definitely. And, like Mel reminded us tonight on the team call. I mean, we're always going to teach you to hit Success Club, and that is helping 3 to 5 people, honestly, every month, sign up with a challenge pack, a total solution pack. And because there are so many benefits. One, I mean, like, you'll see us take a trip next month, and we earned it because we hit Success Club. Now Beachbody is actually giving you cash for hitting Success Club, in addition to the commissions and the cycle bonuses that you're going to use from doing it anyways. And then you get chosen. Like, you get chosen to be in a test group for a new workout program. Our Courtney Johnson is going to be in one. And then you also earn your free ticket to Summit, which is in June this summer in San Antonio. So if you hit Success Club 3 out of your first 6 months, you get a free ticket, which is, it's amazing, you guys. Like, I mean, it's amazing. Like, you got to be there. And so there are so many benefits to do it, but really and truly, the biggest reason is that, one, it means you're serving people, you're getting them started, and you're building a solid foundation to your business. All right. So you'll hear us teach Success Club over and over again. When you start watching those training videos in your coach office, they're going to talk about Success Club over and over again, because it is a foundation to a good, thriving business. All right. And so Emerald is the second thing. Hitting Success Club and becoming an Emerald coach, which means you have 2 coaches under you. Those are your first 2 big goals as a brand new coach. And whether you do that in your first month or your second month, doesn't matter. Just get started right away. All right. But yeah, so Courtney's right. If you're reading your personal development book, which is The Compound Effect, he talks about Big Mo. He talks about momentum. And you kind of have to look at coaching as kind of like rolling this boulder up a hill. It's kind of hard to get started. It's kind of scary. It's kind of like outside your comfort zone. A lot of people don't. A lot of people they sign up as a coach, and then they just don't do anything because they're scared. But not us. Not us. Fear is not from the Lord. He has not given us a spirit of fear. And so you start posting, you start inviting your friends and family, you get on these calls, you ask questions, you go through your trainings. And the more you do it, like Courtney said, you start to find that pushing that boulder gets a little bit easier. And by the time you get to the top, it just rolls over the other side, right? So you're kind of on the uphill part of this business, which is just starting. And you really and truly, everything that you do today, adding new followers, connecting with people, inviting friends and family, following up with people, posting on social media. I know it's not something you've been doing, but it's something you're starting to do. Every action that you take literally builds on the other. And so, like Courtney was saying, what she does today, her hustle right now to end the month strong, will absolutely pay off the first week of March. And the goal is like 5 days a week to keep that ball rolling. Take your rest, build your business around your family, protect your family time, your Sabbath. But 5 days a week, if you're doing these things on your tracker, you are building crazy momentum that will continue to carry you month by month. And you'll find those people, and you'll absolutely build a good business. So that's my pep talk right now. Shan just got on, and I know she always has some words of wisdom, and we really just wanted to pour into you guys tonight. But Shan, we just been talking about, we helped with objections. We handled objections. We talked about consistency, and the importance of Success Club and Emerald. And I do want to talk about, I kind of want to tell them a little bit about what we're going to do next month to give them them something to invite to. But do you have any words of wisdom?
I think just that the fight is just worth it. Like, I'm at Success Club 2 right now, and I have just a bunch of good conversations going, and all of the conversations are worth it, even if it doesn't go where you wish it would at this moment in time. We're inviting some people to do something very powerful and very life-changing. And I just envision little lightning bolts going out with my invites, you know, of just like the power and the spark that can be if that person is really looking for it. And I just encourage you to pray and kind of kick the enemy's lies that this doesn't matter, or that God doesn't work through a network marketing company, or all the different things that he throws at me all the time. Because Satan doesn't want us to do this. He doesn't want us to empower people to get healthy. And so it's going to sound just like your own thoughts, doubt, and things like that. And I just encourage you to keep going, even if it's 2 invites before you go to bed, because, you know, you just want to know that you sent some, and that you sent out something out into the world that could really change someone's life, even if it's just a tiny little step, a small message, you know, it's all worth it.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So before we wrap up tonight, do you guys have any questions or anything we can help you with as far as the business goes? I love when you guys ask questions, but if you don't have any, that's totally okay. So next month, so this is our last new coach training call for the month of February. If you want the old ones, they're in our team page, but we're basically going to start over. Like, we're going to start over next Monday night. It'll be Monday night, every Monday night. I'm going to get with our leaders. I think after our team call honestly works better for a lot of our leaders. So they'll be at 8:00. And so Monday nights at 8:00 is in your schedule. It's in your calendar. You come and we are going to teach you what to do, how to build this business consistently. In between those team calls, we want you to go into your coach office and be watching the training videos. Start with getting started, then watch the Success Club system, then watch the bod group videos. In each week, you just tackle a different subject. And that's your investment in your business. You come here, we'll teach you, we'll train you. We'll definitely have a place for you to ask questions. But next month, we're going to actually have an event, maybe 2, definitely 1, where you can invite your potential challengers to hear about our faith-based community, to hear about the workouts, to hear about the nutrition. Our larger team has been doing this, but we wanted to do it for our teams because we are so set apart. We are so different, and our focus is very, very focused on spiritual warfare. It's on that battle between God and Satan for our bodies and our mindsets, right? And so we actually are going to have an event. We'll put it on the team calendar next month. We'll figure that out this week and let you know. But we'll have a place for you to invite people to come and to learn about our challenge groups, learn about the community, learn about the total solution packs and how that works. And so while you're inviting, while you're growing in confidence, we want to help you. We want to help you really, really have something that you can invite people to say, hey, come listen, and you can learn how all this works, and they can sign up with you and you be their coach, and you cheer them on and put them in our challenge groups. But we want to give you a place to do that, to help you kind of get off your feet in your new coaching business. Okay. Sound good? So everybody back here next Monday night, 8:00 Central Standard Time, and we're going to kick March off strong. All right. Yeah. Look, stop it. There's Leslie. Hey.
Hey, I have a quick question,
Mhm.
because I'm just not for sure yet, right? I'm just like, I'm 2 months in, and I'm just like, I'm starting to see the success, either on the scale and non-scale value or non-scale victories. And so I'm excited about it. But I guess my question is, at what point, like, did you guys feel comfortable posting like pictures and videos of you like doing the workouts? Because I don't have a mirror when I'm doing it. And honestly, I don't know that my form is like right. I'll try to do something, and then I'll go over to like where there is a mirror, and I'm like, am I doing this right, or am I not doing it right? So I just don't know. Like, I think it's going to be a bit before I feel comfortable like posting pictures of me like actually doing this stuff.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know how long that took you guys.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to take that? She hears from me all the time.
Well, I think we all have felt this way. Number one, just like before you do anything that was hard at first, you do it a couple of times and it gets easier. That said, for me, the only thing that made it easier was doing it. I dipped my toe in just by sharing sweaty selfies. And then I did just push-ups or something, like it doesn't have to be the most complicated move from your workout. And all the time, there are things like, cause I'm running after my kids or my form isn't right. And then I think about Satan again, hey, don't post that because somebody's going to critique your form. The one person out of the million of people who need to be motivated to do their workout today, so I think it shows your journey. We don't ever want to rush you, but I would encourage you. The way that I got over it was taking a small step of action by sharing sweaty selfies. And then I moved into just one move, a 15-second clip. And then it just, once I started doing a little bit of it is what really helped it like melt off, and it started to be easier. And look, people aren't going to be like, oh, thanks for posting your workout, but they're watching. All right. I mean, some people might, but the important thing is they're like, wow, she can do that too. She can post it, I don't know if anybody else has, but my advice is here soon, just start doing a small version of it. And I bet you'll feel so much more comfortable after a week or two.
Yeah, even just doing like bicep curls or something that you're doing right if you feel like you're doing something wrong. But I think the main point is, or the big point is that people want to see someone that they're relatable to. So if there's a bodybuilder on there doing, 50 push-ups or, bench pressing 200 pounds, they're not going to think they can ever do that. But if they see someone who they're relatable to doing it, then I feel like they can really see their self doing it.
Courtney, I appreciate you saying that. And that, I mean, I appreciate Shannon's comments too, but like when you said relatable, I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking at all you young people and I'm quite a bit older. I just celebrated my oldest child's 23rd birthday, right? And so like, if that middle-aged mom can be out there doing that, then maybe, yeah, that might make sense. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said it perfectly. I mean, I'm that coach is going to be like, just do it. Like, just do it, just do it. And like Shannon said, the more you do it, but they've given you fantastic advice. Like, do something that you feel comfortable with right now. And I honestly like, I think it was last week I was recording something. It was the, what's the thing? The RDLs, where you bend over with one weight on one leg. And like, I kept losing my balance. I was like, ooh, I'm going to put this in my story. So people know, like, I don't do it perfectly. And they're right. Like, that's what people relate to. And I can remember just like the other day, you sent me that message and I was like, Leslie, you have no idea how much I needed that message from you today. Like I can remember as a new coach, like thinking, I'm posting every day, like nobody's commenting, nobody's liking, but like then it was like God heard me, or God was like trying to talk me down, and I would get a message from somebody that was like, okay, Rachel, I never like your post because I'm afraid you're going to say something to me, but like she said, I watch you every day, and because I knew you were going to post a sweaty selfie today, like I got up off the couch this morning and went for a walk. That was it. Like I went for a walk, and I was like, dang, like Shannon's right. Like you don't know who's watching, but you're inspiring somebody. Yeah.
That's good. Thanks, Liz. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I do have like a posting, like a 2-week posting plan, like to give you ideas for your content, and your stories and stuff. So I'll make sure that you have that too for March, if you want to jump in and just do it, because you literally have nothing to lose, and your story is powerful. So, don't ever let Satan convince you it's not, for sure. All right, you guys, good questions. I love it. Well, I would love to say a prayer and then we'll get out of here, and we'll be back here next week, same time. All right. God, thank you so much for this community. Thank you for Body. God, thank you for Body, a secular company that has brought us together to worship you with our bodies and our nutrition. God, I just pray that we would honor you with the choices that we make, that we would be women who are hungry to chase after you in all areas of our life, with our bodies and our businesses and our families. God, grow our faith through this, grow the faith of these women who have chosen to invest in this business, invest in this team. And God, I just pray that you would help their faith to grow in you above all else, Lord. Give them courage, give them confidence that can only come from you, God. And I just pray that you would bless our businesses, you would increase our territories, that you would help us to succeed at the work that we are putting our hands to, and help us to give you all the glory and the praise for it when you do. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Bye, you guys. Good night.
Night.
Thank you.